You bothered then, didn't you? You did it then when I asked you to. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Friday evenings. Oh, you're back already. Welcome to Friday evenings beer and banter. And I'm a minute late because Luce was feeding the dog and making a racket in the kitchen. So, hello. How are you? How are we all on this fine Friday evening? I've got something to talk about, but it's not like a topic. This isn't like Tuesday. So if you're new to the channel, if you're new here and you're watching this and you can't comment right now, it's because you need to be a member. So the last Friday of every single month, we do a members only chat. So everybody can watch it. I'm conscious I'm not putting content behind a paywall. Everybody can watch it, but only members can comment tonight. If you want to comment, if you want to get involved, then you need to become a member of the channel. So you can do that clearly. But we don't do the normal Tuesday night streams on Fridays. This is going to go off on many tangents, I hope. So chat typically prop me up for a Friday. They keep me going, talking about different things and random fucking super chats and random comments and all kinds of stuff like that. And so if you're looking for something structured, you're probably in the wrong place. I don't have mead either. The mead in the local supermarket currently has been for the last 3 weeks now, has been shit. So I'm on the Aspel cider.
Never fear, Umbra, the flayer of skins, the reaper of souls, the keeper of the three sacred words of Nay, Pang and New
Thanks, Umbra, for the super chat. Getting us started.
Look at all those beautiful members' chats.
You spend a lot of time looking at beautiful members, Gaz? Is that what you do? I'm joking. Thank you for the super chat. Started loose.
What's
He didn't like that, did he? Thanks so much for the super chat. Don't work, hard work. Get off your chest, people. Come on. We're getting there.
Ha ha ha, grey scum.
Amazing. Thanks, Charlie, for that. They can't comment though. They can't respond. They'd have to be a member to respond, mate.
What you drinking tonight? Me?
I'll answer you in just a second, Tim, because this one's coming. I say. There is.
1 minute of super chat thunder.
Right, you legends. Thank you so much for the very rapid influx of early super chats. I massively appreciate it. February's been a shitty month for YouTubers in general, so I massively appreciate that. Thank you so much for it. To answer your question, Tim, tonight we're on Aspel's Draft Cider. So we used to live up in Suffolk when I was in the military, and when we were up in Suffolk, I discovered this stuff because it's brewed up in Suffolk. The cider house, Aspel, Suffolk, it says so right there. And so I went to Morrison's today, which is a supermarket just over the road, to buy some mead. And they only had shit mead. There was one bottle that I can't remember what it was called, but I've had it before. It wasn't very nice. And the other one was black currant mead, which just isn't that. It's not great. They used to sell a lovely cherry mead. It seems to have been removed from the shelves, so I need to find another supply of decent mead from somewhere. Because a Lancashire mead company is currently still out of Viking blood as well, which is the stuff that I need to get my hands on. Right, so we're on Aspel cider. That's what we're drinking tonight. Luce, have you got yourself a drink yet?
No, I don't know if I want one.
Absolute letdown, honestly. Absolute letdown. Anyway, evening everyone. Welcome. Supremely appreciate you all coming and hanging out with us. And so tonight, the topic for tonight, the thing we're going to talk about this evening, or I should say the topic I'm going to give you guys to kind of talk about and engage with, is about creating our own version of 40k. And there's a reason why this topic is at the forefront of my mind, and it's because of the Endless Cacophony podcast, which is on deploymentzone.tv, which I shall talk about in just a second, because there's lots of things coming through. Fucking hell. Is this just a night of you lot?
This is a distraction.
Thank you, Amber, for the distraction. What's the next one coming through? Is another one coming through? Another Thunderbolt? Here we go. There it is. I'll talk, you legend. Thank you.
Beautiful man. Here is a nice bump for the February hump.
Talk, what a hero. Thank you so much for that, mate. I massively appreciate it. Okay, right. Let's try and get through some of these member celebrations. Oh, for fuck.
Interruption bolt.
The thunderbolt noise might have been a mistake. I'm sensing it might, because all that happens is I keep getting interrupted by this. There it is. Matthew Kent, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for becoming a member at Jarl tier as well. In with a big dick straight away. I sincerely appreciate it, mate. Thank you. Mr. Sven Holio has celebrated being a member for 6 months. 6 months, blimey. Thank you so much. Kirill's Path celebrated being a member for 2 months. Hope Windows 11 is behaving. Thank you, Liam and Luce. It is just about at the moment. It's behaving itself quite nicely right now. Jedi celebrated being a Thane for 8 months. Massive, massive member flex. DZ40k for the win. Thank you very much, Jedi, for being a member, especially at Thane tier. Sincerely, sincerely appreciated, you absolute hero.
Would you like to see other special legions introduced similar to the creations of Bile? For instance, the Fallen lead by Cypher.
Yes, yes, Bile, absolutely, definitely, as long as it's not in random, massively random different books all over the place.
Can I offer a Dempsey Con ticket to a random winner of this evening's new members?
You can, Adrian, if you'd like to. We'll talk about that in just a minute to give people the detail, but you can if you'd like to. That'd be amazing, thank you.
February hump bump. Bumpity bump bump bumpity bump bump, look at Liam go.
Thank you all so much for that. What a great super chat that was. I appreciate it. Fucking Jesus Christ.
Good interruption.
This was probably a mistake. It didn't used to do it this much, and it was the old style, did it?
No.
There's one more coming through, and then I'll catch up again.
Sound of the drums beating in my heart. The thunder of guns tore me apart. You've been thunderstruck.
I don't think he really gave it his best singing voice, did he, Dave B? To be honest with you, he tried, but he didn't really give it his best singing voice. I love that tune, by the way. We used to march out to Field Gun when I was in the military to that tune. Yeah, so Adrian, you've offered to give away a Dempsey Con ticket. I don't know if you've already bought one, and you're looking to give away one you've bought, or whether you're looking to buy one for a new member. That's supremely kind of you. Let's talk about that straight away. Let's talk about Dempsey Con straight away whilst we've got the audience here, because we typically talk about it right at the end of the night, and I'm guessing half of you are pissed asleep or you've logged off. So Dempsey Con is an event that we are running in Warminster at the Factorum. Make sure you check out Factorum on Facebook and hit that follow. We're running an event at the Factorum on the 2nd of April. It's a whole day event that we're running for members only. At the moment, only members of this channel can get tickets. I'm very soon going to be opening those tickets up to the guys in the deploymentzone.tv Discord, simply because I want to make sure it's filled and we might as well sell all the tickets.
We've only sold 22.
No, we sold more than that.
Oh.
Because the last time I spoke to Florist, it was about 40.
Right, let me read my email again.
Yeah, so we have somewhere in the region of around 80 tickets available in total. A load of them have already been sold to members, and there are 2 different price points. So you can become, you can buy a ticket at non-player level, or you can buy a ticket at player level. Ragnarok, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for becoming a member. So they're the 2 levels you can buy a ticket at: non-player, player. I think there's 20 non-player, 60-player tickets. Non-player is £15, player is £20. There's a £5 difference. What does that get you? What do you gain for your ticket? Well, first of all, you get your lunch and dinner that you can select at checkout. Typically, they would charge you £5 a time for lunch and dinner. You get both of those at checkout.
I'll pay 1 ticket via PayPal at the end of the stream. Just select 1 person from tonight's new members.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that massively. I really appreciate that, Adrian. We'll be doing that. Thank you.
Sorry for the interruption. Can't believe you complaining about people giving you money.
No talk. That's not what's happening. Don't put words in my mouth. I'm not complaining at all. I'm not complaining. I'm very, very grateful. And right, I'm going to sound like a dickhead for a minute, okay? Warning, I'm going to sound like a dickhead for a minute. I dream of a day where I can turn off super chat interruptions because there's too many of them and I wouldn't be able to get a stream out if I had them all on. That's what I want to get to. So you guys are all amazing. I don't think we're quite there yet, but we might be getting there soon.
Ginger Steve, the spitter of super chats, the master of memberships, the keeper of Hellstorm Mikey's rent payments, the only man shocked by a static grass applicator is here. So is Umbra. Thank
you, Ginger Steve. You absolute legend. Big Bad Peter Gaming, celebrating member for 5 months. You absolute hero. Wish I could go, but health issues prevent me. Health issues come first, buddy. We wish you could come too, but health issues always come first. So, 2 tickets, like I said, £15 for non-player, £20 for player. What does it get you? Well, it gets you lunch and dinner. Factorum normally charge around £5 for lunch, £5 for dinner, so that's £10 straight away. You select your lunch and dinner at the point in which you're at checkout. And that means that they can prep the food in advance and they don't get loads of food they don't need and they don't end up with not enough food for the stuff that they do need, i.e. burgers, etc. So that's the first £10 done. We also give you 5 raffle tickets. Raffle tickets will typically be around £1 a ticket, so 5 raffle tickets is about £5. So there you go. If you bought an unplayer ticket, you've basically got your money in lunch, dinner, raffle tickets alone. Raffle tickets has tons of prizes. I'm not going to list them off. However, there is a load of prizes, vouchers, etc., that are on offer for that raffle at Factorum. They include big money vouchers for 40k products, etc. at Factorum and all that kind of stuff, right? So there is that. Equally, we have 3 gaming slots throughout the day, around 2 to 3 hours a gaming slot. You can choose to use them all separately and play different people. You can choose to play the same person for the whole day if you would prefer to. It's entirely up to you. And because we've got 60 players going and there's more than enough space for 60 people, you can sit on the same table all day. You don't have to go somewhere else and do a different... It's not a tournament. You don't have to keep table changing. You can do what you want. You can play 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 10,000 points. I don't care. It's entirely up to you. It's just for us to hang out and have fun and enjoy ourselves, right? That's the key. What else we're doing? We're doing, is it 1 or 2? 2 speed painting competitions, Luce? Or 2 rounds of speed painting with 1 competition? That's the way, isn't it?
Hold on.
There's some speed painting that's happening, so there will be a speed painting competition. You will be supplied with a model already based. All you've got to do is bring your paints and paintbrushes, and you're limited to 10 colours, and you use those 10 colours to speed paint a mini, and the winner will win a prize of some sort. We also have in the evening a 40k pub quiz style thing, whereby we will put some questions on. We'll have teams of 4. We'll all have a laugh at everybody's lack of knowledge of 40k, and a team will win a bunch of basically, this is a day where we get together, we hang out, and it's an excuse for me to chuck loads of prizes at you people.
Are we
That's the
surely
intent.
not laughing at how ridiculous my knowledge of Warhammer 40k is to write the quiz?
Yeah, well, there's that as well,
Surely.
yeah. There's that as well. So it's just an excuse for us to get together, throw some vouchers and some prizes at you guys, say a massive thank you for being members of the channel and helping me get out the factory. That's what DempseyCon is going to be on the 2nd of April, and there is still tickets remaining. If you are a member, make sure you're in the Discord. If you're a member and you're not in the Discord, hit !Discord in chat. That will give you a link to the Discord. Get in there, link your YouTube channel account to your Discord account so it unlocks all the threads, and then find the DempseyCon threads and hit the ticket thread where there's a link which will take you to Eventbrite and you can purchase your ticket.
So,
there you go.
The brewery will not be there, I'm afraid, so it's BYOB.
There you go. There's confirmation it's also bring your own beer for DempseyCon, right? There's no they can't get a brewery on site. They tried.
Or BYOD, bring your own decaf. Because I want some sleep.
You get plenty of sleep if you...
Oh man, if someone had told me 33 was like this, I never would have wanted it.
Yeah. Yeah, if someone had told me your 33 was like this, you're right.
I thought opening a door for a lady was good manners, but she just screamed and flew out of the plane.
That early. Shit jokes that early, Umbra. Thanks, mate. Thanks for the super chat, you fucking legend.
This super chat is for Luce, the shield maiden of the Great Hall, the learner of 40k, the out-of-focus legend, the full-time carer of Liam Dempsey.
The last part is definitely the truest part of that chat, Gaz. Absolutely, the full-time carer is 100% the truest part of that whole chat.
That's why I'm going on holiday in December.
Yeah, I'm fucked. Ragnarok says, thank you for the warm welcome. You are very welcome, my friend. Thank you so much for being a member. It's genuinely appreciated. We've said this before. I'll say it a million times, I'm sure, over the course of the next few years. Members and super chats, you people, and subscribers to deploymentzone.tv, you people are the reason why we're able to do this so regularly, and it isn't completely destroying me. There was a time in December before I left the job where it was getting really rough, right? Full-time work and streaming 3 times a week and all that content. It was horrible. So because of you people, it doesn't have to be horrible anymore, which is amazing. So big thank you for joining the channel. Make sure you get yourself in Discord, buddy. Make sure you come and join us in the Great Hall, you absolute fucking hero. Right, so creating our own version of 40k. I'll get back to this, and on the off chance I might get a few sentences out without being interrupted. So, our own version of 40k. So on the Endless Cacophony podcast, if you don't know what the Endless Cacophony podcast is, there's a guy called Chris, or Warsmith Chris as he's known in the DZ Discord. Him and I do a podcast every week that we record on a Thursday night and we put it out live on deploymentzone.tv every Friday. DZTV is a website. If you're not aware of it, you can become a DZTV subscriber for I think it's £6 a month, but you get a 7-day free trial. If you sign up today, you get a 7-day free trial. I say if you sign up today, if you sign up any day, you get a 7-day free trial. If you hate it, you can cancel it and we won't charge you a penny. If you love it, then you can keep hold of it and we'll then charge you the £6 after 7 days. We do have the Endless Cacophony podcast that goes live on DZTV every single Friday. We also have an Android and iOS app. They're getting updated soon. And we've got a website with a decent web player as well. So there's apps, all that kind of stuff, right? So I've got a few sentences out though.
Can I buy Bakansani for second breakfast?
You can bring one, Dave. Yeah, you could. Okay, so it's also official now. Dave B's on Bacon Sarnie duty, right, for Dempsey Con. Just so you guys know, he's just offered to do it. So
Hashtag December holiday fund for loose.
£2. No, yeah, £2 for a December holiday fund for you. You've got £2 spending money, Dave. So there you go.
That'll be a nice hot chocolate on the train.
So, thank you, Adam, for celebrating me member for 2 months. You absolute hero. I feel the Warp Rising heresy is in this room. Yeah, amazing. I'm going to have to start ignoring super chats like Talks that's about to pop up. I'm grateful for it, Talk. I need to get that out there because you'll tell me off otherwise. I'm very grateful for it, but
interruption.
That's not helpful. But I am grateful for it. Thank you. So, Endless Cacophony podcast. Chris came up with a topic last Thursday, not this one just gone, not yesterday, but the week before. And he messaged me during the day and goes, "I've got an idea for a topic tonight. Why don't we come up with our own version of rules for 40k?" Okay, cool. I said, let's do it. We thought it would be an episode. It is not an episode. We did the episode last week and we didn't get very far through the rules before we got to a point where we were happy with what we were doing in terms of activations. We carried this on this week. We reckon it's going to be a 5 or 6 part series now to get a full rule set that is our version of 40k rules. Okay, so we've done a few things.
Hashtag December holiday fund for loose fund.
Brilliant, Umbra,
I
thank
had
you.
to read that about 4 times. Thank you very much.
Amazing.
Lightning.
Brilliant, thanks, Offspring. It's fucking amazing, this is. It's just getting interrupted so people can say interruptions. I'm not complaining.
Second interruption.
Fucking hell, I'm seeing what's coming up now. Do you know, I genuinely sometimes think I could fuck off out the room and you lot would still entertain yourself.
Why are you explaining what DZTV is? This is member chat. If there are no DZTV members, ban them.
This might be hard to believe, Easton. It might be hard to believe, but there are a number of people that are members of my channel who aren't deploymentzone.tv subscribers, which is fine. I like the fact that we offer lots of different tiers and levels and opportunities to support me, Luce, and the channel.
Third interruption.
And if I can encourage people who are already members of the channel to cross-pollinate and become deploymentzone.tv subscribers, then I'm going to try and do that. GE has celebrated being a member for 13 months. Holy shit. And just said intermission. I don't know if you're supposed to have written interruption. It's ninja'd you there. Might have actually ninja'd you.
I have the best autocorrect ninja.
Do you?
Yeah.
What's your best autocorrect ninja?
Warhammer Windows.
Oh, of course, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and reduce the font size for the super chats. I forgot to do it after last stream. So we're going to reduce the font size to try and get it back in the box. Get back in the box. Well, where the fuck was I now? This is what happens when you not interrupt me. So you know you fucking do it as well. You know you do it on purpose just to...
Love your stream, Valrak. Any rumours for us?
Aussie. Don't make me set Umbra on you. I'll do it. I'll unleash Umbra. You don't want me to unleash Umbra.
Just joining in as I want to be in Bellend Club.
Steve, I think you fucking founded Bell End Club. Don't you worry about it, mate. You are there. Right, so where were we? Custom rules. So Chris and I are doing this on the Endless Cacophony podcast. Now, I'm not going to tell you exactly what we've come up with so far. If you want to know, come and join us in DZ, even if you use your 7-day free trial, listen to the ECP. But what I'd like to know from you guys...
Duck hit.
Thank you, G. Fuck me. What I'd like to know from you... You're in a silly mood tonight, you lot, aren't you? You're in a silly mood. What I'd like to know from...
Night.
Sorry?
It's members' night.
There's massive members everywhere, it seems, yes. Absolutely. So, right, where were we? So what I'd like to know from you guys tonight is if you could change a 40k rule, if you could come up with a rule, if you could modify the way that 40k works, what would it be? How would it look like? So there's a very open-ended question, right? So you can give me a massive chat and I might be able to read it and I might not. You can give me a short, I would change this, I would get rid of this, I would add something like this. Anything you want, right? Anything you want to do to change 40k, if you could do it, what would you do? How would you change 40k?
Everyone loves it when you get back in the box.
Thank you, Mrs. Svenholier, for the super chat. I'm not sure what you're referring to right now.
Went to see my ex earlier. One thing led to another and we ended up having sex. The police weren't too happy. I was just supposed to identify the body.
Ow!
I think that one was on last week.
Oh, that's horrendous.
Don't worry, the banhammer is nicely warmed up.
I know it's always warmed up with you, Umbra. You keep it between your legs, don't you? Your banhammer. I'm aware. Hallam, I guess I've got that right. Hallam C, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for becoming a member, you absolute hero. Make sure you get yourself in Discord. Exclamation mark Discord, people, to get yourself in Discord. Thank you so much. You fucking legend. Look at that, 40 out of 30 members. Do you reckon we can get to 50 in a night? I don't think we can.
Get rid of re-rolls.
100% Jacko, get rid of rerolls. That's something I've already stated on the ECP as well. There is a great option. Get rid of rerolls. I would remove rerolls altogether and not have rerolls at all. Maybe keep command points or something like that, so they're very, very rare, but just get rid of rerolls. I haven't even introduced Luce to rerolls yet. Jesus. Gets messy. And it gets tedious and it gets boring. Amazing. Right. GE. Oh no, this isn't a rules thing.
This room is full of big swinging ducks.
It is for the big swinging ducks, yeah. That's exactly what I'd call them. It's exactly what I call them, G. Thank you for the super chat, you hero. I massively appreciated. And in comes Minkster.
Bought another 3 Imperial Guard tanks. That's 24 in total now.
Fucking hell.
Including 4 Valkyries and 3 Baneblade variants. I have a problem and need help.
You do have a problem. You do. I don't think you need help there. You're okay.
Alternating activations like Legion.
Yeah, so we talked about that like bolt action, Ross, as well. So, I like it. I like the idea of alternating activations. We've had a big discussion about that as well, Ross. I'm with you on that one. I think it's definitely a benefit. Talk upgraded to Acer. He's now one of the biggest dicks in chat. What a fucking legend. Thank you, Talk. Massively. That's an insane amount to be noting each month. Really, really, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Gargoyles Plinth, welcome to the channel. Thank you for becoming a member, you absolute fucking hero. Get yourself in Discord. We'll be doing a mini after party tonight. Because it's a members night, so why wouldn't we?
I hear thunder but there's no rain. This kind of thunder break walls and window pane. I hear thunder but there's no rain. This kind of thunder, thunder, thunder.
I love that you lot super chat just to write song lyrics out. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Sort out bodyguard rules.
Hugo, that's I mean, I agree with you. Thank you for super chat. Thank you, Essen, for your super chat. Thank you, all of you, for your super chats. Thank you to the new members. And a huge thank you to Talk for flopping his giant dick on the table. Massively appreciate all of that. But Hugo, I agree with you. Sort out bodyguard rules. 100% agree with you on that one. However, the question I'm going to throw back at you, I don't want to answer this for you. How would you sort out bodyguard rules? Because I think bodyguard is currently in a shit state, and I don't like it, and it's really janky how it works. So how would you sort out the bodyguard rules? What would you do to change them? Let me know in the chat, and if I get to it, if I catch it, then I'll read it out. I did agree with what you said already. So to start with, I would definitely bin off rerolls. I would get rid of rerolls altogether. Equally, I would most definitely go to alternating activations, so I like that. So far, you've come up with things we've already been talking about, which is amazing. Strats should be limited to a deck of, say, 6 at the start of the game and used once only. So deck building is something I've talked about previously, not currently in the ECP, but something I have talked about previously, Sarah. I agree with you on that one as well. I quite like that as an idea. Whether it's 6 or 5 and you build it before, however it works, I don't know. Chris and I also talked about abilities being on data sheets. So if you have certain data sheets, you get access to those stratagems and not having just a generic pool of stratagems. And therefore, if you take a multitude of different units and don't spam the same unit, you actually get more stratagems. But if you spam the same unit, you would get a limited number of stratagems because they're on data sheets. It's kind of how Age of Sigmar works for their hero phase and the abilities that units in Age of Sigmar have. So it's kind of similar. So if you took a single unit and spammed that single unit multiple times, you just wouldn't have access to as many different abilities. So that's quite nice as well, right? Limited stratagems to 5 picked before the game, as what Gargoyles has said. So he kind of agrees with you, Sarah. He's just said 5 instead of 6. So cool. Bring back firing arcs for vehicles when they're exposed. When they're exploded, they leave a crater behind. I love the idea that there's more interactive type terrain and stuff. Big Bad Pity Gaming. And bringing back firing arcs. I don't like the fact that I can stick a track out of a window and be able to shoot my tank. So I'm kind of with you on that one. Casella Naval, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for becoming a member. You absolute fucking hero. That's 5 new members tonight and some upgrades. But I haven't seen anyone put Discord in the chat and come and join it. So make sure you're getting yourself in Discord.
Bring back templates.
This is a tough one, Umbra. So I personally loved templates. I was a big fan of them. And I think for us casual stroke narrative gamers, templates never really caused a problem, right? Because we typically didn't argue that hard. Templates for competitive 40k though, and we have to be aware that we've got to cater to everybody, is it can you're hovering a see-through template over the top and having to agree on how many models are underneath it. It just opens it up for discussion and argument, and therefore I'm not sure they work in that regard. But I was a big fan of templates. I like the idea that they scattered and stuff like that. I was a big fan of that.
I would change Marines to 5 wounds.
To be fair though, Talk, right, I'm sure you've probably said that as a... Well, I say you probably said that as a joke. I never know that whether that's true or not with you. But you're not... I don't think...
Bring back Scatter Dice.
Scatter Dice was so popular and yet so hated at the same time. Marines at 5 wounds is an interesting choice, right? Because at the moment they're not that much more resilient than a guardsman, really, and they should be 5, 6, 7 times more resilient than a guardsman if you look at the narrative. So there is an argument for completely redesigning how Space Marines work so that there's significantly less of them on the board. But then you would have to ramp up custodies again, right? And each custodian would basically have to be a dreadnought, to be fair.
A lot could be sorted by returning to universal rules so everyone knows what a rule does. Just if units have diff abilities at it rend 6+/5+.
So I've had this conversation with Winters as well. Depths Walker, we'll let this one get out of the way.
5 wounds and only lose 1 where turn max.
Be a dream for you Marines players, wouldn't it? Absolutely. I don't know if you've just said you want the max D then, or whether it was max and then a smiley face, but... universal special rules, right? So we were in a place with 7th edition where there was massive pages of universal special rules, and certain people, like Winters, hated them. However, it could be argued that bringing some of them back is beneficial. Again, I what I'm doing a lot at the moment, right, is I'm going back to teaching loose 40k. So if I have to teach her a specific rule on her data sheet, and then I have to teach her another specific rule on my data sheet that do the same thing, but they're called something different and worded differently, that's confusing. But if you had one rule entry in the main rule book, and every narrative rule just said confers rend, or confers fight first, or whatever it might be, significantly easier for the new player to learn, because there's just a generic rule in the rule book, right? So I'm kind of with you on that one. I kind of like it. I don't want to get to 7, 8, 9 pages of universal special rules, but I definitely think that we need a smattering of universal special rules back. We kind of have a little bit. Look out, sir, is a universal special rule, but we need more of them, I think. But yeah, anyway, I agree with you on that one, so thank you for your super chat. Hugo's come back.
Either wound target, but transfer to bodyguard, or bodyguard unit must be in loss, gives attacker more option to avoid bodyguards.
Yeah, so both of those. I like both of those. Absolutely, 100%. Agree with you, Hugo, definitely.
Set a level of activation for types, such as the law demonstrates. Level 10 activates before 9. Level 9 activates before 8, so on and so forth. points adjusted so the level 10 are very expensive and 1 are very cheap.
That's an interesting concept, Neil. So we had, similar to that in 7th edition, where we had initiative in the fight phase. Similar-ish. And they scrapped it. There is a kind of activation priority set out in Star Wars Legion in the way that works. And if you issue orders to certain units, you can choose to activate those before rather than picking from a random bag, whereby you have to pull the right counter to be able to activate the right unit. So I think something like that is interesting. I personally would like to see something like initiative coming back into the fight phase. This whole fights first, fights last, super fights last, can't fight before anything else is a bit messy. And equally, I don't like the fact that it doesn't matter what I'm hitting, I hit you on the same. I liked the old weapon skill comparison. A lot of people are going to hate me for this because it's a little bit more complicated, but I liked the old weapon skill comparison where you compared your weapon skill to their weapon skill to work out what you needed to hit on. So
I'm happy with my PP size, it's more versatile. Plus it's all about the caliber and not barrel length.
Oh, okay. Just so you know, Loose Minx is happy with his PP size.
And why wouldn't he be?
Exactly, yeah. Although I think he has basically stated that it's about girth, not length, in that particular super chat. Thanks for the super chat, Minx, you fucking hero. Brilliant, you lot are fucking amazing. Reza in the chat, welcome Reza, and Alex says hi. He sent me a video earlier on WhatsApp about your Airbnb that you're staying in. That looks like a big house, mate, doesn't it? Anyway, Reza is part of, I'm going to shout you out now, Rez, right? Reza is part of the Conclave 40k podcast. They sometimes put podcasts on every now and again if Alex can be bothered to edit them. If you check out Conclave 40k podcast on iTunes, Spotify, all your normal podcast locations, you better check them out. It's a good podcast. I've been on it twice, so that's why it's good. No, I'm joking. It's a good podcast, so go check out Conclave 40k podcast. Big Bad Peter Gaming shouts at me in capitals, make tournament play different from Friday night play. I want to say yes, but I can't. The thing is it needs to work for everything. Like the core rules need to work for everybody, so you're not learning two different systems. So the core rules need to work for both types, right?
Hit, save, wound. I will die on this hill. Come at me. I even paid more to say it. And I'm cheap.
Hit, wound, hit, save, wound. Okay. I could tell you the mechanic that Chris and I came up with on today's ECP, but I won't. I won't ruin that just yet because it only came out today, and I feel like I'd be giving the game away early. But I think one of the main things we need to do, however, is really simplify the rules. So, Luce, we've had 3 lessons. Yeah?
Yes.
3 lessons. We did a movement phase. We've done the shooting phase twice. Interestingly, we've done the shooting phase twice. The first one was probably 2 hours. The second was probably 2 hours, roughly.
Yeah.
So we've done about 4 hours on just the shooting phase. And we're in a place where only teaching Luce one data sheet, and this is not a slight on you, Luce, at all, but only teaching her one data sheet, and she's just about got the shooting phase. Now, realise, people, that this is Luce coming at 40k as a brand new player, having never played before. Okay, so this isn't someone who's played 4th edition, is returning to 40k, or played 2nd edition and kind of knows what a Space Marine is. We're talking about a person who has never played 40k before, and it's taken me probably 6 hours worth of teaching to get the movement phase concept locked in and shooting phase. Now,
I wouldn't say movement's locked in.
Okay, well, there you go. So now, with the exception of the fact that she married me, Lucy's not a stupid person, and it's taken us that long to get movement phase half locked in, and to a point where you said to me the other day you think you could probably go back in the garage and do the shooting phase on your own, roughly, maybe, possibly.
Yeah.
So for me personally, what we've just showcased really is that it's too complicated, right? Now, I still think we can teach you. I still think you can learn. So I still think you're going to be fine. I still think you'll be able to learn 40k. And I still think that, I've said this a million times, you don't need to pay for courses. You don't need to genuinely just sit and watch YouTube for hours and hours and hours. You just need to continue playing, keep playing, and play with the right people who are prepared to teach you. Keep playing, keep playing, keep playing. And eventually, muscle memory occurs. It gets locked in your head, and you start to learn it. The more you play, the better you're going to be at remembering your rules and learning the game. But 6 hours, and we have got one phase half locked in and one phase nearly locked in. Does that not prove that the game's too complicated? So one of the things I would like to do, and not at the expense of narrative, but one of the things I would like to do is massively simplify the game. So I'm going to ask you another question. How do we do that? And in the meantime, I'm going to say a massive, massive, massive thank you to Kanos Thos for becoming a member at Hasir tier. Thank you so much, mate. You're an absolute hero for joining the channel and supporting us on this full-time fucking crazy train. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Don't forget to get yourself in Discord. Stoney's just stuck the link in there for you. And in the meantime, Kurdos Val has celebrated being a member for 5 months at Skull tier. Thank you so much, you absolute hero, for supporting the channel for 5 months. You legend. Good evening, Liam, Luce, and all you wonderful people. Evening to you too, buddy. Hope you are doing very well. Marius Gage has said, have you not thought about just working through the GW introduction stuff from the starter boxes? They're specifically designed for like 12-year-olds to get into the hobby. I have. I don't have it. I don't have that here. I could go and get it maybe, but I'm confident that, and I'm comfortable that I know Luce well enough to be able to teach her. I think so. I think we'll be okay, right? Possibly, maybe. But yeah, it's not a bad shout. So I got the starter set. I can't remember which one it was. It was one of the cheaper versions for my nephew for his. Did we give that to our nephew for birthday or Christmas? Do you remember?
Birthday.
For his birthday, because my nephew, who is, how old's George now? 5, 6, 6?
6.
Yeah, my nephew's 6 and he's obsessed with 40k. What an absolute legend. Because he's 6 and obsessed with 40k, that makes him a legend. And his dad, my brother, is also mildly retarded. So we got him the starter set, so he had some learn to play missions. I can say that because I know my brother's not watching because he's at work. And I need to find out from my brother actually if doing those starter lessons are actually working for my nephew. Because if they are, if those lessons are teaching a 6-year-old how to play 40k, then we're doing something right. Right? We're doing something, or they're doing something right. I must say, until I gifted him that box, I didn't know that they did that in those starter sets, which is like, that makes it poorly advertised, right? Like, you'd think that if they were that good, if those learn to play booklets were that good, that's something they should be screaming and shouting about to get new players in. Because the biggest thing we whinge about, the biggest thing me and Winters whinge about, is accessibility for new people. I never get this name right. Cole Noxeed II. Celebrating being a member for 6 months, you hero. Sub turns for unit types, maybe. Fast elite, troop, etc. Interesting. I kind of like that. Cass celebrates being a Thane for 6 months. He also has a big dick. It's almost as big as Talks. When will you start a series called Dempsey Master? So Cass, because Cass is a Thane, Cass gets access to a WhatsApp chat called the Only Thanes. Great name, right? Not my name. I didn't come up with it. Someone else, I can't remember who came up with it, but I've just adopted it because it was a great name. I was being asked some questions in the Only Thanes earlier because a guy, one of our Thanes, has got a tournament tomorrow and he starts off against Crusher Stampede, and I was giving him lots of information, and Cass has suggested I need a new series called Dempsey Master because apparently I knew stuff. I mean, you'd expect me to know stuff, right, doing this.
You should change your monthly goal to a stretch goal of 60. Everyone likes to stretch their members.
But what would I do for the stretch goal? Because I refuse to do stupid shit like dye my hair.
Payday Seffin payday. La 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 la.
Is it payday? I guess it's the last Friday of the month, isn't it? So it will be for some people. So yeah, I can do a stretch goal for memberships, but I don't know what I'm going to be doing for a stretch goal. Because I won't dye my hair or shave my eyebrows or do something fucking stupid like that. So, you know. Although I will confirm, I can confirm, that I did speak to Element Games today, right, interestingly, and said to them, can we do our biggest ever giveaway for 20,000 subscribers on YouTube? And Element said, yes. Now they said, what do you want to give away? I said, let's not work that out yet, because we're not anywhere near 20k right now. We're at 3,500 off of 20k. But that means I'll require 150 of you that are currently watching to go and at least pull in 100 people each. Right? In fact, that probably gets us a lot more, doesn't it? But anyway, you need to go and recruit people for us, right? And then then it works. Then we get more members. James Montgomery, thank you so much for becoming a member. I say member, I mean subscribers. Thank you so much, you absolute hero. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you join Discord. You hero.
Too much masturbation on OnlyFans.
Minkster, are you even in? Oh, masturbate. All right, I didn't read it before I heard what he said. I thought you were quite literally talking about masturbation in OnlyFans. No, there is lots of debates in OnlyFans. OnlyFans is a great name. Stony Strike says he came up with it. You're a hero. It's the greatest name for a chat ever, to be fair. Stretch goal, give away Brahms Ultras and make him get a decent chapter. He'd have to agree to that, and I'm not sure he would, to be fair. Codex pre-order Saturday. Codex pre-order tomorrow. Games Workshop have confirmed. Codex pre-order for Codex Aldari tomorrow at 10 AM. You might want to also be keeping an eye on this channel at 10 AM tomorrow morning for a video. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Much preferred when unit types has a fixed movement and charge. Along the same vein, I really enjoy the simplicity of Warcry, even if it brings its own rules conflicts from its oversimplification.
Never played Warcry. Never played Warcry. It'd be interesting to see what that one's like.
EOS is simplified 40k. You learn your army, then roll your numbers. This is simple, but I dislike how Soldier wounds Goblin 04+ and also wounds Greater Demon on 4+. Little interactivity.
Yeah, Deps, I agree with you on that one. So I have heard by a lot of people that Age of Sigmar is significantly more simplified than 40k. And that's why a lot of people use it, or like it, I should say, because it's simpler. And so you just play. You just pick up dice and play. However, I've also heard the same complaint. It's almost oversimplified. So we need to find that perfect balance, right? But yeah, like I said, make sure you guys are keeping an eye on the channel tomorrow at 10 AM because there might be a video scheduled for launch at 10 AM. Can't confirm. Might be. Just keep an eye on the channel. That's all I'm going to say. I also saw someone say, where was it? Do you have a Reddit page? No, I don't. If someone wants to manage a Reddit page for me, you're welcome to. I've never used Reddit. I don't know what Reddit. I don't know how it works. I downloaded it once. I got lost in seconds and felt like an old man instantly. Have you ever used Reddit?
No.
No, I don't. We don't know what Reddit is in this house, really. So
I've seen it recommended. Like if I Google search something like trying to find something out for a microscope or something, and it will come up with see what people wrote on Reddit.
So Reddit, I've always been told Reddit's more of a cesspool than Twitter, which is part of the reason why I've avoided it. It's like a forum page, right? And there's subreddits and stuff. Mikey from Hellstorm, he's all over Reddit. He loves Reddit. I have never. If someone wants to manage the Liam Reddit page, you can reach out to me, guys, and you can offer to do that. Is that a thing?
Reddit page?
Is that what it? I don't know. I don't know. Fucking no idea. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Never used it. Maybe there's an untapped market there, and I'm not using it well enough. If someone wants to help me, then help me. Rob White, you suggested it. If you want to offer to help, fucking reach out and talk to me, mate, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Gaz says I would essentially remove shooting ranges by making it +1 to hit once your shot was longer than optimal range and +2 if over double. Gaz, I don't know if you've played bolt action or if you know the bolt action rule system. There's something very similar in bolt action to do with if you're within this range it's +1 and if you're over this range you don't get, and blah blah blah. So I agree, I like that as well, and depending on the type of elitist unit depends on whether their optimum range is longer or shorter, right? So any ideas to rework the AP system? AP0 feels bad to use, but putting everything on AP1 or 2 defeats the purpose of armor. So there's a huge piece of work. So our next ECP, Kanostos, is about that particular chat. It's about the AP system and how we're going to try and rework that. And I'll give you a bit of a clue going into the chat. We don't really know yet. We haven't sort of thought about it too much. However, something definitely needs looking at. So you could arguably reduce armor values everywhere. So AP0 isn't so much of a terrible thing, because at the moment we're in a terrible situation where a bolt gun is basically as effective as a last gun in terms of AP, right? I think they've got that one really wrong right now. I think they've got that one really, really wrong, you know. And once I'd finally worked out how to teach it to Luce, the AP system, it was significantly more easy at that point to actually showcase how it works. When I worked out that if I just moved each dice roll by the AP modifier that she had,
so much easier
on the tabletop, it made more sense. So it made more sense. So I think it makes sense as a system. But you're right, there's too much AP1 and 2 everywhere. So it doesn't kind of work, right? Omino Jacker says bolt action, point blank +1, half range, no plus or minus, and long range -1. Yeah, exactly.
They're all asking about George.
George?
Yeah.
George is there.
He's not in shot.
George is there. Just got a camera sat there instead because that's what all the influencers do, right? They have cameras in the background. Yeah? Cool. Right, stop whinging about George. The other thing is, Cass never fucking shuts up about borrowed Titans. I've put him off to the side. Just so you can't fucking abuse me for him constantly.
So blame Cass.
Yeah, so it's Cass's fault, basically, right? The hit and wound table for a greater range of numbers rather than just 1 or 2 difference. See, I think, to be fair, Paul, I think that's part of the issue with having a D6 system, right? We're kind of limited as to how many variations we can have. Daniel West, by the way, I'll shout out Daniel West, who can't comment right now because he's not a member, but thank you for subscribing to the channel if you are watching this live. I turn off subscription notifications because what I found was you could be live streaming, someone could be watching one of your pre-recorded videos, they hit subscribe and you go, thanks for subscribing, and they're not even watching the fucking video. They've got no idea you're thanking them, so I turn that one off. But thanks for subscribing if you are watching, you absolute legend. Just saying thank you to everyone tonight because you lot have been particularly generous. So my friend was immediately confused with an AP -1 means that his 3+ armor save means he needs a 4. Otherwise, it's counterintuitive at that point. So, Boulder Sands, this is the exact issue that I had with Luce, right? So I said to Luce, I would normally need a 3+ to save, but you've got an AP -1, which means I need a 4+. And she went, no, 3 -1 isn't 4. Right? And we had this whole discussion. And I said, well, you're not minusing 1, you're minusing -1. So 3 minus -1 is in fact 4, mathematically. But it should never be that complicated to try and explain to people. So what we did instead was we moved when the AP modifier took effect in the way in which we were playing. So the experienced players will apply it before you roll the dice, and you'll roll the dice knowing that if I've got a 3-up armor save, it's AP -1, I know I need 4s, because we know how that works, and we just do that at the point at which you roll the dice. What we did for Luce, to simplify it, if you want to, I think if you want to save it for your friend, so make sure it makes sense to him, here's the way you do it, okay? He rolls to hit. He selects his number of hits and discards his misses. He then rolls to wound. He then keeps his number of successful wounds and discards the failed wounds. You then roll your armor save, and you roll your armor save. So if you've got a 3+ armor save and you've got 4 dice to roll, you roll 4 dice, right? So you roll your 4 dice and you compare it to your armor save. What you do at that point is you take the AP modifier from the weapon and you apply that modifier to the result of the dice that's on the table. So if you rolled a 3, which would have been a save, you change that dice to a 2 to showcase to him the -1 AP modifier. That 3 becoming 2 then means when you compare it to the requirement on your datasheet of a 3+, you have failed and therefore you take the damage required. Did that make sense to you, me talking it through? If not, then there is a stream of us learning last Monday where I took clues through that on the tabletop as well, and you can see me doing it with the dice rolls. But that's how we did it on Monday, and I spent the whole week before when we did the shooting phase trying to teach her that 3 minus -1 was 4, right? Definitely easier modifying the dice roll. Definitely easier. So, cool. I think it needs to change something. Tanks need to have better protection. Having a hard metal shell shouldn't be able to be damaged so easily. Agree. Go on, if you can say something.
Wouldn't 3 minus... No, that'd be -3 minus... Never mind.
-3 minus -1 is -2.
Yeah.
Luce loves maths. She loves it. Reddit has loads of Westworld posts. What does that mean?
Change toughness from 1 to 10 system and S110 max.
Change toughness from 1 to 10 system and strength 1 to 10 max. Chris, I very much appreciate the super chat, but I don't fully understand what you're saying to me. You don't need to super chat again to explain, but just let me. I'll look out for your name. Explain to me what you mean, because I haven't followed you there, and it might be the amount of Aspel cider that I've already drunk. I'm still waiting for Luce to go and get herself a drink.
I'm logging off in a minute to jump in the shower because I've just come over so tired. I can't even explain how tired I am. I feel like I'm on night shift right now.
Well, it looks like you guys might get me for longer then, on my own as well. Mind you, I think this is a good discussion. It's a good chat. I'm concentrating right now because I'm pouring a fresh one. Oh, almost spilled.
I can't believe Reddit's that toxic.
Is it that toxic? Sony Strike says Reddit's pretty toxic. Okay.
I've never really, I've only seen it come up in a Google search. No, none of my friends have said anything about it. So, is it an American thing or?
And Reddit's just like a social media thing, right? I say this not really knowing myself.
But you know how some countries prefer Instagram over Facebook, others prefer Twitter over anything else.
Do you know,
None
I think
of my friends have mentioned Reddit.
Any of you guys, I don't think Reddit's sort of the place for what you would probably be looking for, though, sweetheart, to be fair. Any of you guys in Australia? I'm assuming not because of the time in which we're streaming, but any of you guys watching right now in Oz? Because I was told that Facebook has been removed from Australia. And I wonder if that's true, because I don't know if it's true.
No, I don't think it is actually.
What, true?
Yeah.
Reddit is as toxic as you make it. Well, Rob, you're going to be my Reddit expert, right? You just basically agreed to it, so. Lehman Ruster says hi. Welcome, mate. Yeah, I mean, you're a bit late, but welcome, dude. Reddit is a mix between Discord, Google, and Wikipedia. It's Twitter for nerds. What a great name. Freshmon says, yep, in Oz. If you are in Oz, oh, not true. Okay, interesting. I got told that because Facebook won't accept responsibility for whatever goes on Facebook, it had been banned in Australia, which is interesting. It's a massive forum, so full of keyboard warriors. Well, I mean, isn't everything online nowadays, right, to be fair? Facebook's still here in Australia. Okay, cool. Okay, it was interesting because it was the question was whether Europe was going to pull out of Facebook as well, and I don't think it's even possible, is it, to do that? Reddit is okay, just go to the bad places and listen to the people. Okay, Ginger Steve. How many times have you posted your tree on Reddit, Ginger Steve? That's what I want to know. I'm waiting now. I've talked about Ginger Steve's tree moments before Cass comments, almost guarantee it. If you keep toughness 1 to 10, 1 nurglings, 10 knights, and equally strength 1 to 10, 1 minimum, 10 maximum allowed strength, no more than times 2 modifiers, you wound knights on a 4+ with anti-tank and it works better. Okay, right, that makes more sense. So that used to be the case. In previous iterations of 40k, it would never be higher than 10. 8th and 9th edition, I think, are the first editions where we had higher than 10. 7th, it never went higher than 10, and that's why they introduced a thing called D-weapons. Okay, and D-weapons were disgustingly stupid, but D-weapons existed because you couldn't get better than strength 10. So you want to go back to that. Interesting. I see it. Where are we? Hello, just got back from Factorum. Played Deathwatch versus Custodians. I've worked out I hate playing Loyal. It's not for me. Chaos all the way. Well, you shouldn't have been a traitor, Euron. Shouldn't have been a traitor to Chaos. I'm just saying. Our government is putting through laws on harassment, etc. on social media. I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing, though, right? It's just how they police it is the interesting part. I want to say that it's not quite that bit. Some posts things get leaked on Reddit. F1 cars, Warhammer 40k leaks. Oh, fucking leaks. I hate leaks. I hate leaks and twats that leak as well. It was threatened with a ban but never happened. I don't think it's even possible. Cass has said hashtag make a wish tree. There you go. There it is, Ginger Steve. I knew it wouldn't be long.
For some reason, every time I see hashtag make a wish tree, I always think of those car air freshness. Like from the wing
I think
mirror.
his tree looks better than that, to be fair.
Not the wing mirror. Oh my god. What mirror's in the middle of the car?
The rear view mirror.
That's the one. I'm boiling the kettle now.
Yeah.
I'm calling it.
Lucy's fucked, right? Formations fuck 7th. Yeah, 7th was good before Formations, I think, to be fair. I think Reddit would be a good idea to try as it's a community-based and could be great content. Also, you could focus your discussions, such as creating your own 40k. Umbra says he loves the D weapons. Then AP on small weapons would make sense as they would not wound too much, and things like transhuman is not needed. Transhuman, that's another thing, right? Transhuman was a good idea that has subsequently been overused. This happens loads. We see these new rules iterations, these new things that come in, things like transhuman, feel no pains, invulnerable saves, etc, etc, etc. We see them come in and we go, oh, that's a cool rule. We like that rule. But then they get spammed everywhere. Just get used all over the place, right? And that's what fucks them. transhumans only shit now, and we're only annoyed by it now because it's available everywhere. Did Custodes need a version of transhuman? I suggest they didn't need it. It's just almost lazy rules writing, right?
Slange, my good man. My wife suffers from mental health and she is loving doing the hobby with me. Keep up your great work, mate, and we love what you do for charity.
Thank you so much, Battleborn, for the super chat, you absolute fucking hero. I'm sorry to hear that she suffers from mental health. Both me and my wife have. I'm super happy that this is something that she enjoys doing. I hope she enjoys watching these as well. You fucking legends. So thank you so much for the super chat. And don't forget, everybody, 10% of all super chats each month go towards charity every month without fail, right? So, you're heroes, right? You're all heroes. You super chatting means we donate more money to heroes, to charity, right? That's the important part. Asbo, just want to say thanks for the help with subscribing twice to DZTV last week. Much appreciated. Yup, I'm a dick. You're probably not the first person to have done it, mate. Don't worry about it. That's why I was able to ask you that question, because you're probably not the first, and you almost definitely won't be the last. However, we appreciate double subscriptions to DZTV. I'm just saying. It pays mine and Lucy's and Winters' wife's wages, right? That's the team. That's it. We want to get to a point where we can bring people like Sultan on board and people like Brap on board. But we're way off that for DZ. And for YouTube specifically, I want to bring Eddie on board because Eddie has a background in video production, so I could use him as an editor. I don't know if he knows this yet, so if he's watching, I'm sorry, Eddie, I've just surprised you. Are you all quite done out there making a fucking racket? Sorry. Why do you wait till I'm on stream before you make that much noise? All day you've had. So yeah, so Eddie's got a background in video production, so it'd be cool if we could maybe in the future bring him on board for just for YouTube, for the channel, right? And maybe with an editor on board, we can produce more content, which is kind of the idea. All the big tech YouTubers out there have got editors. Did you know that? I did. But then they typically have significantly better numbers than what we currently do on this channel. Anyway, what about changing the armor system to a two-part stat? First value is the base armor, second value is the min value. It can be reduced to with AP, and Vans will be weird to handle though. Castella Navarre says, how does tea make that much noise? We what was that? We love the racket your wife makes. Brilliant. Brilliant. An editor, brilliant. That's amazing. Well, wouldn't this be at Dempsey Con? Dunno. Possibly. I haven't invited him yet, but yeah, maybe. Halium, with your inside info, should I get some chosen with melters and pop them in a drill? Yes or no? I don't know. I stopped looking at leaks as they are just big spring onions. Fucking Jesus Christ. I'd have been pissed off if that interrupted me with a Thunderbolt Stony Strike, let alone having to read that out without a phone Thunderbolt. That was horrendous. Horrendous. As you know, I'm a 40k red arse. How does artillery work? Do you automatically roll to hit, wound, etc., or do you need to range in? So you don't need to range in anymore. You used to. You can pre-measure everything in 40k. You can work out that you're in range. You can then fire a weapon, and you just follow the normal profiles, which is cool. Winter's better be the only reason I'm going. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate that, mate. Now, just because of that comment, everyone, I'm probably not going to invite him now. Just saying. Women make more noise than men. Facts. Boulder fans, please don't read it that way. Save your money. Tea makes no noise. A pissed off wife makes a load of noise. That's true. Absolutely true, Ginger Stephen. You probably know the best, right? You probably know. Oh, where are we at? We're at 10:30. Fucking hell, is it only 10:30? Fuck me, we got half an hour to go, yeah? You're bailed super early, Luce, haven't you?
Well, I've got to wait a few minutes for the water to
Okay, and you're going showering as well, aren't you? I think what we've probably established from the chat tonight, at least, is that there is a requirement to simplify things. There's a requirement to change the strength damage type profile. What's been really interesting is lots and lots and lots of focus on things like AP and strength versus toughness and stuff like that. And there's a massive focus on AP. What I'm kind of getting from this evening, from most of you, is that there is a generic kind of opinion that AP currently isn't right.
Can chat just remind Liam to let the dog out before he comes up? Thank you. Because you will forget.
I hate leaks too. They sink boats.
Shit joke, Umbra, but at least you super chatted it, mate. Thank you so much for the extra £2, bud.
Never trust an atom. They make up everything.
Have we now moved into the realms of shit joke super chats? Is that where we are right now, Fabius Bile? Are we now relying on DN stuff to turn up and give us a proper dad joke? Is that where we are right now? Dempsey StockCon, Aspo says, is it okay for complete newbies? 100%, mate, and encouraged. We can teach people. Brom's going to be there, Jake's going to be there, Eddie's going to be there. We can teach people 40k on that day, I promise you. Yes, 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 it's completely fine for newbies. Please get yourself a ticket and turn up. I like 7th edition's armor value with strength needed to surpass the AV armor value, I assume. What I didn't like was monsters were too tough and last cannons were CAC versus monsters. So there's still an imbalance there, Dave, right, ultimately, which is interesting. You going up to bed now? Luce has ditched you, lot, because you started to bore her. Just saying. I'm just saying it as it is, right? It's not my words. She just said that at the door.
I'm very tired and my leg is hurting.
She's very tired and her leg is hurting.
Woof, woof. I need a poop.
Who's that?
That's the Eston now, because you said don't forget the dog.
She might need a poop.
Go to bed. I'll be up in about an hour, probably.
Liam, don't forget the dog.
Have you seen this, Luce, now? This is what you've done. Who the fuck is Brom teaching? I mean, if he's teaching you, you've drawn the short straw, right? If he's teaching you, you have drawn the short straw. I can't. This. What's this? Oh, shouldn't have been pre-drinking, should I? Get out your system, people.
Don't forget to put the dog out.
Get out your system. Talking about letting the dog out. Get out your system. Come on.
Let the dog out.
I fucking love and hate you lot all at the same time. Just so you know. Just so you know. I'm waiting for the last one from Stonies as well.
Judo mother trucking chop.
Shocking. Isn't AP a codex weapon profile balancing issue rather than a rulebook one? Yeah, Gaz, I think I kind of agree with that. Right? I don't necessarily think the issue is the mechanic necessarily. I think the mechanic's okay. The mechanic kind of works. I think the issue is the way in which it's generically applied currently. And it used to not be like 8th edition. It wasn't too bad, right? But now with 9th edition, it seems. Excuse me, heartburn. It seems like everybody's got access to AP-1 right now. Everybody's got access. It's like everywhere. Everyone's got -1. The bolt gun is now shit. Look at even Eldar, right? We know that the Eldar Codex is coming out for pre-order tomorrow. We already know that Shuriken catapults have got AP-1. Standard Guardians are better at range firepower than the Space Marines.
My girlfriend's dog died, so I bought her another, identical one. She just screamed at me and said, "What am I meant to do with 2 dead dogs?"
Oh, but that's shocking.
Don't forget to put the dog out, it will set off the fire alarm.
That'll be sad because it will wake everybody up. Fabius Bar. Absolutely. Who let the dog out? I haven't yet. Later, Keith. Later. Okay. You guys are amazing, by the way. These super chats cheer me up today. I've had a bad week this week, team. I'll be straight up. I've had a bad week this week. These super chats, they're cheering. It's not because of the money either. Some of the comments, they genuinely cheer me up as well.
Loose Liam lied. This is 1 a.m. finish. Liam, tell her.
I won't tell her, Ginger Steve, but if the memberships and super chats keep coming, I will keep streaming. I've said this to you before, right? Typically, the reason why we kill it at 11 is because it kind of reaches a natural end, right? It calms down, it reaches a natural end, and I think that sometimes over an hour and a half, people start to get tired, they start to switch off. It's not because I want to stop, because I don't want to stop, but I also want to, make sure I'm alive for tomorrow. I'm filming tomorrow against Chewy for DZ. I'm filming on Sunday against Dark Angels Chris. I think I'm filming on Monday. So
Who let the dogs out?
So we've now got a stream of Chat Does. What was the band called? What was the? I can't remember who it was who made that song. That's shocking, isn't it? Nope, completely escaped me. But yeah, so you keep spending money, Ginger Steve. I'll stay here for a little bit longer. How much for a 24-hour live stream? So I have interesting question, Neiman. I have thought about a 24-hour live stream, but not for my own personal gain, for charity. So I'm thinking about doing a 24-hour live stream, but all of the proceeds go to charity, right? I actually, Baja Boys, thank you, Freshman, you're actually absolute hero. Bloodhound Gang was what my mind kept saying, Mrs. Fenholy, and I knew it wasn't Bloodhound Gang. I just couldn't remember who they actually were. So I've thought about doing a 24-hour live stream for a while, for charity, and because we do a lot of work for Mind and stuff as well, I thought that that would be something we could do to bolster and boost that up a little bit more. However, with the Mind donations, we've then had an individual who stated that they're going to match us, so we're already doing decent work for Mind. Now, I don't want to get political, okay? I'm going to categorically state this now, I don't want to get political. But I did think about doing one...
2 live crew.
Thank you, Omino. Thank you so much for the super chat, mate. This one's going to come in now as well from Cornet Ed.
If you are going to take the dog out, don't use a boulder, you'll never get to bed.
Thanks, Cornet Ed, for the super chat. You absolute fucking hero. Stupid comments that you're not prepared to pay money to state. I appreciate it massively. Right, okay, so 24-hour live stream, right? Where were we? So 24-hour live stream is something I'm thinking about doing, and nameless JT is going to interrupt me quickly.
I sound so posh. Is this English or British? Going to star the stream from the beginning. So see you in an hour.
Thank
Cheerios _ beard.
When you finally catch up, thank you so much for the super chat, nameless JT. Massively appreciated. So I'm thinking what I might do at the moment. I'm thinking about whether I do one in the nearest future, only because it could be something that we do for Red Cross in Ukraine. I'm not trying to go political with it, but you could probably see why that would be something that would interest me. I don't know. I'm not sure. You will need to play a game or something on a 24-hour live stream. You lack enough estrogen to talk for that long. Ozzy, I think you maybe underestimate me. I think if I've got you guys, I can talk forever. It's normally 9 times out of 10, even on these ones, right, on the Fridays when we do the members-only streams. I say members-only, when we do the streams on Fridays, typically 99 times out of 100, we'll kill the stream and I'll jump in chat on Discord and we'll do an after-party on Discord to say thank you for all the people that are in Discord as members. It's Loose that's going, I need to go to bed. I'm just sat there, I keep talking. So, that's the one... That's not something that concerns me, to be fair. So...
What is the breakfast of champions? Cornflakes.
One of the old ones. But Chris, just one of the best. Thank you so much for the super chat, mate. You absolute hero. That's not political. That's humanitarian. I agree with you, Sarah. I do agree with you, but some people would call it political. I get it. But, I've always said no politics, and I don't want to go down the route of politics, but I struggle to not stand up for things that I believe in. So, you know, I don't think it's political. I think it's humanitarian. And I don't like what's going on. I'm not going to dive into this because fuck me, I'll be going for ages if we dive into this particular topic. But I don't like what's going on over there, and I want to make sure we support the right people. Okay.
Who knew who bloody made this rather awful song? Who knew this? Shame, shame, shame on you. Nobody was there super chatting Drop It Like It's Hot by Snoop Dogg when Liam had silly hair.
You fucked it at the end, Steve. I was laughing before that.
True story. Wife and I were watching TV. Turn out the lights to go to sleep. She starts patting my butt. Oh boy, I think. I ask her what she is doing. She says, my hand has gone to sleep. I am trying to wake it up.
Is that actually true? I mean, Neil, you've super chatted it twice, so I'm hoping it's true.
True story.
Here it comes again.
Wife and I were
Just to make sure we know, right?
Turn out the lights to go to sleep. She starts patting my butt. Oh boy, I think. I ask her what she is doing. She says, my hand has gone to sleep. I am trying to wake it up.
I hope that's true.
24-hour ECP live with different guest slots.
That sounds like not a bad idea, does it, Jedi, to be fair? Gaz, you absolute legend. Gaz has just messaged on the chat, said check your WhatsApp for something to cheer you up. I asked him to print me a Where's Eddie. If you guys are hanging out with us on Wednesdays for the live stream games, you'll be starting to get acquainted with Eddie. So Eddie was around for the VT streams for a little bit. He's much nearer to me than he is to Steve. The distance to Steve was a problem for him. The distance to me is not so much of an issue. So he decided to come down and start just doing the Wednesday night streams with us. And I love the guy. He's a fucking mentalist. He's laugh. He's funny. I think he's an absolute legend. He's, like I said, he's got a video production background. I'm hoping I could do more work with him in the future. This isn't a plea to you lot, right? Please don't think that this is a plea, because you lot have been amazing tonight already, right? But if I can get to a point where this channel could sustain a small wage for him, we have already had the conversation in the past about what his dream is, right? He would like to be able to be supported by this. He doesn't think he can do it on his own channel. We've had that conversation, so I would like to, and again, I don't know if he's watching, I don't know if he knows this, I'd like to bring him in as sort of a full-time editor, I guess. If I can get to the point where I can support another person doing this as well, that would be incredible. And Eddie's funny and enjoyable. But anyway, because of the way he looks, I have 100% decided that he's essentially Where's Wally, but Where's Eddie? And so Gaz has printed us out a Where's Eddie 28mm, and if I pull it, it's the same size as a Krieger. You can just sort of make that out, right? Krieger Eddie, Krieger Eddie. So we're going to have a Where's Eddie model printed out, and we're going to start putting that everywhere, right? And we might even do prizes. We might even do prizes for Where's Eddie at some point in the future. That'd be fucking incredible. Prizes for Where's Eddie would be amazing, right? How cool would that be? I love that idea. Cool, right. Eddie's cool as fuck, a bit orange, but a well called. Eddie's a lovely guy. I've got a lot of time for Eddie. Yeah, editor. We had that joke before. But it's a good joke. I'll give you that one. It's a good joke. Fifth, what starter set was that? Templars and Deldar. Yeah, Dark Elder and Templars was 5th edition. It was Dave B. Yeah, absolutely. Coming away from the news tonight to lose myself in 40k for a while. Okay, in that case, topic, I'm going to stop talking about what we were just talking about. Okay, just because. 24-hour could work with guests and fans. Like, would love to see many of you guys on here before you ask. I'm already banned. No, you're not. You wouldn't. There's something else we could do. Like, I'm not against. I would have to test it out because I'm very fussy on. I'm very fussy on how things look on the channel. I'm trying. So tomorrow at 10 AM, there's a video going live on the channel, right? And that particular video that's going live on the channel is a review of something, and I can't tell you what it's a review of because, you know, I'm not allowed to because of my NDA, and if you can't work it out, then you're fucking stupid. But there is a review going out tomorrow at 10 AM on the channel, and I have tried to do something a little bit different, and I've tried to slightly increase the production value. Now, I don't want to go to a point where we are 110% completely professional edited videos, because I think that removes some of the core, some of the DNA of the channel. But I do like the idea of having slightly better produced video content that attracts the... So what I want to do is produce pre-recorded video content that attracts people to the channel, that then gets them hanging out here with us on live streams and becoming members and joining DZ, right? That's what I want to happen.
Do a 24-hour stream and I'll hang out with you from midnight to 6 your time. I'm up then anyways.
It's not... I'm not saying no, right? I'm not saying no. So I've done slightly better editing tomorrow on this particular video that's coming out, right? So I would like to do more of that, but it takes time. I've spent the day on it, believe it or not. Ginger Steve says he's messaged me on. Can I read this out, Ginger Steve? Tell me if I can read it out or not. Because if I can read it out, then I'll talk to people about it and we'll see if I can plan it in, because I don't think this issue's going to go away anytime soon, and maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it pretty soon. Have you seen the play on live stream right now, 40k with alternate activation? I noticed, Fabius Bar, that particular stream came out not too long after Chris and I spoke about it on the ACP. I'm not saying that play on watch the ACP, but, you know... Seems convenient. Seems convenient. You need to get Ginger Steve back on too, says Born to Lose, Live to Win. Ginger Steve coming to visit. He's one of my favourite people. So,
Super chat to stand next to at Liam Dempsey in the UK draft. Gen Z is in for a really bad time. AK-47s don't care about pronouns.
Did you know, people? I don't think this is going to ever get to it, but I'm still strictly on the UK reserve list, because you're on the UK reserve list 10 years after your service, and I'm only 8 years after my service, so should it ever get there? So Ginger Steve has sent me a message on WhatsApp. He said yes, I can read this out, so I'm going to read this out because I'm thinking about putting this stream together for Red Cross. I've already looked on the before the stream started. Actually, I was looking on the YouTube fundraising section, because you can set specific fundraisers on YouTube whereby your donations through the stream will go to the fundraiser instead, and it's much nicer and tidier because there's less of a cut for YouTube, which is a big benefit, right? So if we do the fundraiser via YouTube, I believe they don't take the 30% cut, which is quite nice. So I'm going to read this out near enough word for word. He says, I tell you what, if you do a charity stream, if you make £500, I'll match you for the Red Cross in Ukraine. Get to 1,000 and we'll have to wait and see. So there we go. There's incentive straight away to basically get to a point where we do the stream and we raise some money. But I need to look at the schedule. It's something I'm passionate about. It's something I'm keen on. I need to look at the schedule, but I don't want to make a promise just yet. But you know, maybe this is something that we look to do pretty soon. Nameless JT celebrated being a member for 2 months. What a fucking hero. I don't know what this button does, and click. You just celebrated being a member. You've just shown off the fact that you've been a member for 2 months, so thank you so much. Ozzy says, editing videos is an arse. I used to record and edit training videos in my old job. I don't mind it. I like it. It just takes time. 10 AM and Liam shows how it's just disappeared because Minkster super chat. Not that I'm complaining, Minkster, clearly. 10 AM and Liam shows a 10,000 point Eldar army he has in no way bought. I haven't done that. I like Eldar is one of those armies that I love so much I will absolutely only ever paint it myself. Graphite Eldar. My elves are going to kick your ass in the table for that Dire Avenger. Ginger C says I could be a really good sandbag. You could. Maybe. It'd be hard to put you in place though. Me too, old boy. I'd love to be back in the green. I wouldn't want to be back in the green. Especially right now. I have friends that are deploying out in that direction. Don't need to be there, shouldn't need to be there. But hey, you know.
Put Ginger Bargain Hunt Steve on for more antique hunting tips. Coming to a car boot sale near you.
Ginger Steve, they're massively convinced that you are in fact an antiques dealer. I'm just saying.
Let's do it. Come on, lads, encourage him.
Yeah, I don't need much encouragement, mate. I don't. I honestly, I just need to find a gap in the calendar to make it fit and work and get permission from the Long Hair General. I don't need to be encouraged. I just need to make it work in our schedule somehow. I'm not adverse to 24-hour. I've done sleep dep. It's not a problem that I can talk forever. I'll make sure that Total War 3 is working before we get going. We'll play Total War 3. We can have people come on as guests and stuff. Tropic Recon says that would be amazing. War is for the tabletop, not the real world. And I know, Liam, you feel the same as the rest of us. All X-Forces are behind this. 100%. 100%. There's people in the DZ Discord. I don't know about our Discord specifics, but I know definitely for the DZ Discord, there's people that are from that part of the world. We've reached out to them specifically to make sure they're okay, because it's important to us that we support those kinds of people. They've very, very, very respectfully said that they don't want to talk about it in Discord because Discord's for pretend war in the 41st millennium. I massively appreciate that, but we had to make sure that we made sure that they were okay, because I think it's just a nice thing to do, right? And we probably haven't reached out to everybody who's out there because we can only reach out to people that have pinned themselves on the global map that we have in DZ. How have we got here? Not specifically this stream, just in general, how have we got here, right? Hey Liam, why do you like Eldar that much? So, let's back on topic, Dapey. I appreciate this, right? So, Gaz says 24 hours, one bottle of mead an hour. I could probably do it, to be fair. I could probably do it. And Umbra, you absolutely won't get banned for that, don't you worry. So, why do I love Eldar so much? Back on topic, okay? Eldar were a love for mine, or a love for me, very early on in my 40k kind of career. I say career, I mean my love for 40k, my 40k infatuation. And so when I first started playing 40k, it was long before 5th edition in that box set. I think it was sometime in 3rd or 4th edition. In some of the Eldar models back then are still some of the Eldar models that exist now, funny old thing. But they were just very pretty.
Got to refill my drink. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. So, where were we? Yeston's about to interrupt us anyway, so we'll go back to that. Just a second, Dave. I'll get there for you. Don't worry. I'll get there.
I was really upset that you revealed Ginger Steve to be a normal. With all the money he gives Warhammer channels, I hoped he was Elon Musk.
Yeston, he stayed here for a night, and I can confirm that normal is not a word I would use for him. So, I hope that helps. He is not a normal person. Anyway, so back in those days, the aesthetic of the Eldar was something that really appealed to me. I just liked the smooth. I liked the sort of slick lines and the way in which they looked comparatively to things like the bulky sort of Space Marines. So I really loved that. As I sort of grew up in the hobby and I learnt about the sort of the elvish lore for Eldar. So elves are also always my favourite in fantasy. I must stress. So when I used to play fantasy before it was nuked and Age of Sigmar became a thing, I played High Elves and Wood Elves. So the elves were my favourite back then. Lord of the Rings, elves is just something I've always loved. I don't know why. I'm not sure why, but elves has always been the race. If I was playing something like Elder Scrolls, I'd play as an elf. So I was always an elf type fan, or an elf fan in general. With Eldar specifically, for 40k, especially over the course of the last 3 to 4 editions, they are what I call a finesse army. So I think there's 3 or 4 different types of armies. So you've got like rock armies that just don't die, your Death Guards and your Death Wings and stuff like that. You've got punch armies that hit you smash in the face and what have you, and blah blah blah. There's lots of different types of armies. Eldar are a finesse army. So as a finesse army, that means that if you play them well and you know what you're doing and things go well, then you will do well. The army performs. However, you make a mistake, you'll get punished for it. You'll get hammered for that particular mistake. And that's one of the reasons why I love the Eldar. Because if you get it wrong, you don't... So let's take Deathwing. Let's take Custodians or Deathwing. Custodians or Deathwing right now. You get it wrong and you misplace a unit, it's hard to be devastatingly punished for that mistake. Okay? Custodians are currently a hot topic, right? So if you place your unit of Custodian Guard in just the wrong place, you'll probably get away with that mistake. You might suffer a few extra wounds. Maybe you'll suffer a few more wounds than you would have suffered, but you'll probably get away with that particular mistake. With Craftworld Eldar, if you make that same mistake, you will not get away with it. That unit is going to be killed. You're going to lose the unit. You're going to lose the asset. And that is the reason why I love Eldar so much. It sounds a little bit like playing 40k on hard mode. Don't get me wrong. I don't think that's going to be the case in about a week's time. Well, we finish at 11, didn't we? So I've got probably about 20 minutes of after party, then I'll be up. So by the time you've drank your tea, it won't be long before I tip up upstairs. Why? You know, it won't be late. I've got Chewie here tomorrow filming. So sorry, people, we're just having a meeting right now. I've got Chewie here filming tomorrow, so I don't want to be late to bed because I've got to be on game to film against Chewie. No, it's not a problem. It won't be late. It'll be normalish time for a Friday night, just because you've bailed early. I'll look after chat, don't you worry. All right. You've got like 2 minutes of you before I'm going to turn this off and go into the after party. Just saying. I said I'd never collect an Eldar army, but I'm starting one. The models are glorious, right? They're absolutely glorious. I'd love to show you some things that I can't because Games Workshop watch these, so I have to be careful. What can I show you that I've got here? So I can show you my Autarch that needs a bit of a paint job on him. These are also part of the reason why I'm probably going to fail Hobby Apocalypse this particular month with the new Ranger kits are glorious. They're so pretty. I've got the plastic Banshees. You might find out why. There's lots of these tomorrow at 10 AM. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. What else can I show? Being careful. Probably most of what I can show there, to be fair. The fucking sexy new plastic models as well, by the way. Cass, I think everyone's just started ignoring you now, by the way. If you believe Hellstorm Mikey, then borrowed content's been a thing forever. What I try and tell Mikey, though, is I may have copied everybody else's content. All I just do is I just do it better than them.
Love Eldar as my mate when I was a kid used to destroy my army, Imperial Guard, with his Eldar. It really hurt me as D-cannons destroyed demolishers back in the 90s. Made me want to inflict op nonsense on others. GG losers.
If you can't beat him, join him, Ginger Steve. That's the statement, right? That's the statement. You staying red, Simon Hahn? No, Dave. I'm going to paint them a custom chapter, a custom craft world in the future. Simply because I don't like being... So, when I first had my Eldar army, it was before I was doing content for YouTube. So I painted Simon Hahn originally before craft worlds and chapters became a thing. That's how old my Simon Hahn army is. And so it didn't matter what I was painted because you didn't have like individual craft world attributes, which is quite interesting. And I love the striking red of... I mean, I'm a fan of red. I don't know if you can tell. I love the striking red of Simon Hahn, right? So I originally painted my army in Simon Hahn colours. And nowadays, I actually think that's a negative. So as much as I love Simon Hahn, I don't like being tied to a single craft world. I like the opportunity to change to different craft worlds. So there's a strong possibility that I'm going to paint them a custom craft world. I just haven't decided on the colour. Right, anyway. Look, you guys have been incredible tonight, genuinely. I've had, if I'm honest, I've had a shitty week. I'm not going to bore you with the details. You don't need to know. it's not been a great week. I've been pretty down this week on the whole. And the thing that's kept me going this week, the thing that's kept me interested this week is content, right? So streaming on Tuesday, streaming on Wednesday, Endless Cacophony podcast filming last night, streaming tonight has kept me going this week. In a week that Luce will tell you, if you speak to Luce, she'll tell you that she's been asking me all week, are you okay? Because I've been feeling pretty down, okay? It's not, I don't want you guys to panic. You know, I'm not in a terrible place. I've just had a shitty week for reasons. Some of the only things, know some of what's going on.
Good night, you mad lot. Love the stream as always. Thanks for all you do. Also, don't forget to let the dog out.
I won't
Smiley
forget.
Face.
I won't forget, Kodos. Thank you so much. So yeah, I've had a bit of a shitty week. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna go into details to why. It's just not been a great week. It seems like everything for, and thank you so much for the super chat, obviously. It seems like everything for so long built up to going full time, and then full time hit, and every fucking thing's gone wrong since. So I'm working my fucking arse off just to keep the smile on the face, to be honest with you, because I think most people, when they get to the point where I'm going to do my dream and I'm going to go for it, they just expect it to be. I say expect it. I was so excited in the build up to the end of the year, to build up to Christmas, to going full time, that I kind of got to a point where I was like, it's going to be positive, everything's going to be great going forward, and everything's going to be good. And we gave up the full-time job. And to add some context, right, I was senior management at Rolls-Royce. I gave up a decent job, but like, we're okay, we'll be okay. And then we've been hit by bill after bill after bill, and after this, after that, after something. And it's just been a bit demoralising. Don't get me wrong, considering the reason that we're looking to do the 24-hour stream for, I can't really complain. There's people in the world right now in a significantly worse place than I am, and that alone means it's why I don't want to complain about it. And I don't want to complain about it genuinely. I don't want to complain about it. Sometimes I have a down weeks. It's not common. It's very rare, and for that I'm grateful. But basically, the reason why I'm explaining this to you is because I just want to say a massive thank you to you guys for being there on Tuesday, for being there on Wednesday, for being there tonight. It genuinely means a lot to me that you guys come and hang out on streams. Super chatting, members, just commenting. I talk about super chats and members because they directly financially support us, the channel, me and Luce. You guys literally put food on our table now. Fuck off, Easton.
Wearing an England shirt. I would feel bad too. Hashtag regret.
What a wanker. Love you. But so yeah, so you guys, like I said, right, you guys genuinely put food on the table. Now, it's a very weird. Back in November, sort of September time, if I streamed for a month and made zero money, it doesn't matter. It didn't matter genuinely, because we were doing okay anyway. And now we've got to a point where it genuinely does matter. This month's been bad. It's February, right? February's always a shit month. That's the case. That's just something we have to live with. But that aside, we take the revenue to one side, and we just talk about the engagement I get from you people, the comments, the likes, the shares, the engagement in Discord, the responses every time I say good morning, the chats in the OnlyThings, the fact that I can vent, etc. Like, you guys are incredible. I feel I've carved a small part of the 40k world out. A very small part. If you look at the size of the channel, if you look at the size of the streams, I've carved a small part of the 40k world out at the moment. I hope it grows. I hope it gets bigger. I hope more people find this community. When I say community, I don't mean Discord. I just mean this chat. I hope more people find us, because I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of this little part that we've carved out, and I think the more people that find us and enjoy the content.
I regret the Valrak super chat joke.
Ozzy, never regret that. Just those kinds of jokes. That banter's never going to be something that just I get fed up with and quit. That's not me. You're fine. You're good. You're brilliant. In fact, but this little space that we've carved out, I'm very proud of it. Very, very proud of the community that we have, the Discord that we have. You guys are amazing. You're all incredible. All of you guys who are members, all of you guys who are subscribers. If you're not members and you're just listening and you can't chat, you are still incredible to me. Miles away. I assume it's supposed to be miles away. Thank you so much for joining the channel, lastminute.com. I massively appreciate you as well. I'm just grateful to all of you. I'm so grateful for this. And I joke about getting to 20,000 subscribers so that we can do a massive giveaway. That's not a joke. We are going to do a massive giveaway at 20,000 subscribers. And I kind of rely on people like yourselves to go out there and shout the word to other people and say, come and watch this guy, come and watch this channel. Because I think that if we can get more people thinking the way that we think, talking the way that we talk, enjoying 40k the way that we enjoy 40k as a community, as a group of people, I think that at that point we start to really carve a very special path out in the 40k community. Okay? At that point, the more people we get playing 40k our way, and to be clear, I want everyone to play 40k their own way, the more people we get playing 40k our way, the better it is.
To put it in words you can understand and in banter you can appreciate, blow the sand out of your fanny, man up buttercup, start sparking, heart.
Gaz, you fucking legend. Thank you so much, mate. I appreciate it. Overboard, hello, I'm late. Fucking late, mate, by the way. So, I mean, I'll forgive you, but you're fucking late. I enjoy... he's going to read this out in a minute, but... Omino, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. Tom Bompson says a small but precious part. Thank you. No, but thank you. This doesn't exist without you guys. You guys don't seem to realise this. This doesn't exist without you people. Without you guys as subscribers, as members, as viewers, as chatters. It doesn't exist without you.
I enjoy you, the chat and loose. Skull.
Thank you, Jacko, so much. I appreciate it, mate. I'm trying to turn off now so I can go in Discord as well, and you guys keep chatting. I'm not complaining. You guys keep super chatting. Hold on for a bit longer.
Amazing first stream, new member, honesty and transparency is key. Roll on Dempsey veal, stop.
Thank you, Esbo. We talked about this in OnlyFans earlier, right? The honesty is something that will never change. I won't change the way I am for views or for money or for subscriptions or for members or for super chats. I won't do that. You're only ever going to get honesty from me because I think that's key. I think if we can keep that sort of prime part of the recipe, we're on to a winner.
King size pot noodle on me.
Thank you for the pot noodle as well. I am going to disappear from the stream, okay? Because one, I'm dying for a slash. Two, I've got to let the dog out, and three, I want to jump in Discord for 20 minutes before I go upstairs to Luce. And if I go up much later than about 22, quarter to midnight, she's going to kick my fucking ass. So I need to make sure I'm not super late to bed so that she doesn't kick my ass, because I need to be on form tomorrow to play against Chewy. So I'm about to turn this off and say goodnight. I will jump in Discord for 15 to 20 minutes. Maybe I'll show something off in there. I'm just saying.
Charmed to be part of your community, brother. Get out of here.
And thank you so much for the super chat, mate. You're an absolute legend as well. I know you've been a supporter of the channel for fucking ever as well. So massive, massive, massive thank you to people like Licking Ann. Like, this is no joke. Licking Ann's been not a member, sorry, but he's been a supporter of the channel since I was hundreds of subs, I think. Let alone in the thousands and tens of thousands now. So thank you so much. Major Thought 41, I know yours is about to come through. How do I become a member? And then Umbra's nailed it for me. ! Member. Click that link. You can become a channel member. Once you sign up at any level, you get access to Discord server. And if you get access to Discord server, you get to come and join us in the Discord and come and chat.
How do I become a channel member?
There's many different levels in Discord. There's many different levels on YouTube. So you can become a basic member at £2. Just £2 gets you to become a member of the channel. And at that point, you come and join Discord. £5 is Sculled, you get discount on merchandise. We launched new merchandise today not in aid of, but because of the Eldar release coming tomorrow. £9 at Jarl gets you access to additional areas in Discord. £45 at Thane gets you to access to the only Thanes. £90 at Acer. Basically, I'll suck you off, I reckon. Probably fair. And Stephen Galveo, I think I got that right, has just donated $20 Canadian with no comment at all. What a fucking legend. Thank you so much. Anyway, I need to go so I can have a little wee and then talk to the people in Discord in the after party. If I check on Discord, is the after party filling up? It is indeed. So I'm going to quit the stream right now. We'll be back on Tuesday. Back on Tuesday with the 40k show at 9:30 UK time. So make sure you come and join us. I reckon Sunday evening we might do another Loose Learns. Maybe, possibly, maybe not. I'm not sure. It depends when we can get it in there. But thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody, tonight. You guys have been amazing. The comments have been incredible. The chats have been amazing. Talking about the different rules has been interesting, genuinely interesting as well. So massive, massive thank you from me. And thank you for keeping me sane and keeping me cheerful in a pretty shit week. All right. And look at that. Major 91 jumping in last minute as a channel member. Don't forget to click the link above you, 2 places above you, from Tim for Discord. Get yourself in there. Link your YouTube account to your Discord account so that you don't lose out on the access that you've just paid for. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching the stream. I massively appreciate it. Thank you so much, Justice for Cass, for fighting for Cass's justice that he doesn't deserve. I appreciate that as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you keep an eye on the channel, 10 AM UK time tomorrow morning for the first of a new type of video. I really want to know what you all think, genuinely. That's everything. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
Side by side, and if the gods will it, I'm ready for Valhalla.